Welcome back. A stroll in one area park will send you past a larger-than-life eyeball and a 12-foot-tall deer.
News 4's Emily Pritchard takes us to a park that's throwing out the familiar indoor museum experience and infusing a dose of fresh air.
Just like when you meet a stranger, eye contact greets you and draws you in to Laumeier Sculpture Park.
It's a park and a museum.
You can't miss these 18 steel oil tanks titled The Way, leading you deep into this memorable place.
And I think when people come to Laumeier, they're out in the fresh air and sunshine, they're surrounded by beautiful trees and flowers, and I think it really relaxes people and maybe opens their mind and puts them in a state where they're ready to interact with artwork and think about it in a different way.
But how did a face of the earth end up right here in St. Louis County, just off Watson Road near I-270 and 44?
The State House behind me and most of the property was owned by Henry and Matilda Laumeier, and after Matilda passed away, she left the house and property to St. Louis County.
When Matilda donated the first 72 of the now 105-acre park in memory of her husband, she had a catch. Art had to be displayed. In 1976, local artist Ernest Trova gave an estimated $1 million worth of artwork, 40 pieces, to start the park. St. Louis is still influencing the art more than 40 years later.
This piece, titled Recess, is tucked away in the woods, and it even features bricks from Old North St. Louis.
Many of the artists will come and do site visits to Laumeier. We'll spend time walking around the grounds. I'll take them on the car, sort of getting a sense of the space and the landscape, but then also the context of where Laumeier is as a suburban park, and kind of getting a sense of, where does it land in the big scheme of things in the city of St. Louis.
One of the newest pieces of art here can actually move. Local artist Carlos Zamora transformed the golf carts into a piece of art.
Zamora's project is a whimsical ride for the staff to get around, but it also makes you think. The Cuban-born, now St. Louis-based graphic designer used red, white, and blue, which are both the American and Cuban flag's colors. The paper boat highlights a Cuban children's song about kids traveling to make friends in a world without war that became associated with the Cuban refugee crisis.
I think this piece really encourages people to think about immigration and what does it mean to be an American, and what does it mean, this is a very timely topic. Everyone's thinking right now about how we feel about people arriving from other countries and under what circumstances and how are they welcomed or not welcomed.
You never know what you'll encounter at Laumeier, a place to stumble upon what nature already has on display, along with what you can breathe inside your own imagination. From the heart of St. Louis County, Emily Pritchard, News 4.